Okay, this morning's task, get started on my center console for my BX-15 voltmeters and backup camera. Oh yeah, got some lines all drawn up here. This is going to be the flush mount faceplate for the BX-15, and then those little grooves right there are going to adjoin the faceplate for the voltmeters and the backup camera. So on the grand scheme of things, it's not going to be too big. It's 10 by 14, not bad. So I don't know if they're going to bump me up into the extreme class, but really I just don't care. I just like to listen to my music loud. So let's get rolling into it and see how she comes out. Alrighty then, we got the faceplate for the lower BX-15 all finished up. Now I'm just going to go mock it up in the car, just make sure I did my measurements right. And I know you should always double check, but hell, you know, blah. Hell yeah, it matches up just fine. Now I'm going to do the other plate, which is going right up in between the center. So there'll be my BX-15 hanging out right here, with the wires going in with my... Actually, I'll get into this later. I'll have a little RCA set up down here, which is going to be pretty unique. And then, of course, my voltmeters and backup camera, because I no longer have a rear view mirror. What's the point? I have a huge ass wall stuck in with Soundstream triple X's, baby. Oh yeah. Okay, well I'm gonna go in now, measure it out by 8.5 by 9.25. So I'm gonna go down and do that cut right now. All right, she fit up just good, looking real nice and spiffy. Flush is king. And now I'm gonna go down in the basement and pick up some of those hinges that I have, and this is gonna be able to open in and out whenever I want. Say if anything, you know, goes wrong, I need to rewire any toggles or anything, it won't be one hell of a project just to rewire some simple, you know, switches. So I'm gonna go back down in the basement, pick up those little hinges, get them on there, and see how she works out. Alright guys, this is how it came down for the plot scheme. I got my first voltmeter coming up here for the alternator positive, and then we got the rear battery bank, and then we got the left and right amplifier. And of course, this is going to turn on my BX-15 and the main power switch. It's a 50 amp, so I decided to use the big one. And then on this side, this is going to turn on and off my backup camera and auxiliary light switch to whatever I want for the blue LEDs, or it depends on what color I want in the end. So this is going to be it. It's going to be accented with some blues, and let's just see how she comes out. I'm going to go downstairs, mark everything out, and start getting to cutting here. Okay guys, I got the 2 voltmeters on top, and I stopped right there because I think when I upgrade to 4 amplifiers, I'm going to put the other 2 voltmeters right here, because it's kind of useless for right now, and since it's going to be on hinges, it'll be easier to install them later. So that's the back plate, and so the next process is really calibrating these voltmeters to match each other. So I'm going to go bring it into the car, and I'm going to do that. Okay, there's the back panel all finished. There's the 2 switches, there's the backup camera, and of course the master switch, 50 amp. And the 2 voltmeters, and like I said in the previous shot, I'm going to add the other 2 once I get the additional amps. No really sense reading the amplifiers when there's not any existent back there right now. So one more time, just a close-up little look at what's going on. Sorry for the shakiness. There you guys go. Next time you see it, she'll be up flush and king in the motherfucker.